Welcome to Mikey's Moments, and it's one of the best moments of the year. Tomorrow is kickoff Thursday for the NFL, and as I like to do, I consider myself somewhat of a football expert. And it's this time of the year, people are making their predictions for the Super Bowl. I go one further. Actually, what I do is I tell you the records, who I think will make the wild card games, the playoffs, who will win each conference, and then the Super Bowl. How do I come about these predictions? Well, I live football 365 days a year, and I study it. I watch a lot of television. I read a lot of articles. And I just don't pick teams, Is a lion stronger than a bear? Stuff like that. What I do is, as always, I base it on the team's record from last year, this draft, off-season acquisitions, preseason play, and injuries. Last year was a Super Bowl bust again. It's been 2 years since I got at least one of the two teams in the Super Bowl correct. Prior to that, it was 2015. So, on to Super Bowl LVIII. We start in the American Football Conference, or the AFC. In the AFC East, I have the Buffalo Bills winning the division at 13-4, followed second by the Miami Dolphins at 9-8. The New York Jets will go 7-10. Yes, they went and they got Aaron Rodgers, and they've got all this other firepower, but you can't. This isn't the NBA. You can't buy a championship. It's not talent alone. It's team. So the Jets, as much hype as there are not going to win the division or make the playoffs. At number 4 is the New England Patriots, also at 7-10. Why? Because Bill Belichick has a hell of a defense, and these guys will always win some games, but not enough games. We then move on to the North. In the AFC North, I have the Baltimore Ravens winning the division at 11-6 and making the playoffs. Lamar got paid. Now the question is he going to play enough, hard enough, to win? In the past, I've seen quarterbacks get paid, kind of take a year or two off. Let's see what happens. Coming in second in the division, my beloved Steelers at 10-7 and making the playoffs. Followed by the Bengals at 9-8. Because, I'm sorry, Joe Burrow's injury going into the beginning of the season, I don't think they're going to be able to find their stride. Plus, their offensive line is still, well, to put it mildly, shit. And then the Cleveland Browns at 6-11. The Browns have all the talent, but it's still the Browns. In the South, the Jacksonville Jaguars will repeat at 10-7, followed by the Tennessee Titans at 9-8, the Indianapolis Colts at 8-9, and the Houston Texans at 3-14. And then out west, the Chiefs will stumble. That's why the Chargers will win the division at 12-5. Kansas City will be 11-6. Oakland will be 8-9. Oh, sorry, Las Vegas. Always be the Oakland Raiders to me. And the Denver Broncos will be 7-10. And then we go to the NFC, the National Football Conference. The Eagles will win the East at 13-4. The Giants will come in second at 11-6. The Cowboys will stumble to 9-8. And the Commanders, which is an awful name, by the way, they should have went with the Hogs. I'll explain that in another video. Will be 6-11. In the North, I may have sipped on the Kool-Aid. I believe the Lions will win the division at 12-5, followed by the Vikings at 10-7. The Packers will stumble to 6-11, and the Bears will be 4-13. And then we come into the worst division in football, the NFC South. The Saints will win the division at 9-8. The Panthers will just miss winning the division at 8-9. The Bucs will be 6-11, and the Falcons will be 5-12. Out west will be the San Francisco 49ers at 12-5. The Seattle Seahawks at 11-6. The Rams at 8-9. And the worst team in football, the Arizona Cardinals, will be 2-15. This brings us to the playoffs. AFC Wild Card Weekend. The Steelers will travel to the Ravens. The Chiefs will travel to the Jaguars. The Titans will play the Chargers. And the Buffalo Bills will have the bye. We will then go to the divisional weekend. Kansas City will continue their winning ways and play Los Angeles. Pittsburgh will upset the Ravens and will play the Bills, which brings us to AFC Championship weekend. The Kansas City Chiefs will meet the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Then that brings us to the NFC playoffs. Yes, I'm making you wait for the Super Bowl prediction. Wild Card Weekend, the Vikings will travel to the 49ers. The Seattle Seahawks will travel to Detroit. And the New York Giants will go to New Orleans. And the Philadelphia Eagles will have the bye. Divisional weekend, the Lions will travel to the 49ers, have winning their first playoff game in 30-plus years. The Giants will travel to play the Eagles. NFC Championship weekend, the Giants, who will upset the Eagles, will move on to play the 49ers. And Super Bowl 58 will be a rematch, the Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. And the Buffalo Bills will not hear ride right this time. This time they will win, and they will be crowned Super Bowl champs. That is right, my prediction is the New York Giants versus the Buffalo Bills. Now, will I be right? We'll have to wait and see in February. And we'll come back and we'll look at this video again and see how well I did. And this has been a Mikey moment. There'll be more coming. I have one on the NFL, which will probably be posted Friday. And then I will tell you how all 32 teams could improve, including even my vaulted, beautiful, lovely Pittsburgh Steelers. I hope you enjoy this. I hope you like it. I hope you comment on it. Maybe start some discussion. I hope you subscribe if you could. Also, don't forget to check out my reels, which are posted daily, the Definitive 3. You can find that on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitter. I will provide a link in this, and I hope that you enjoy those too. Again, this has been Mikey with a Mikey Moment.